Hello and welcome back to my channel if you've been before, and welcome to new viewers if this is the first time you're coming to check out my content. I hope you find something you like, and as is customary for a lot of YouTubers to forget, I will say before you go, please like and subscribe and comment and let me know what you think and what you'd like to see more of, what you might like to see less of. That bit is essential to raise those numbers up. So this is also going to be coming out on Sunday the 21st, which is when I'm recording it as well. I've actually also just found a place within the background information where you can put all that info up so that it comes up automatically. But this is a journey that I'm inviting you to come on with me, and I think I'm getting more comfortable with it. Generally, I wouldn't be doing like this buy one get one free kind of uploads, but I think because my mindset is kind of like just sending out one of these a week, I've missed one and it just feels like something is odd. So this is a kind of a catch-up vlog. And there were some things I didn't mention in the last one, and I may reference some of the things I said in the last video, so please go and check it out if you have not. And this one would serve as a natural follow-on, but you can still stay here in the meantime and enjoy. We're having a nice conversation. It's a sunny Sunday out here, which is very rare at this time of the year in the UK. But it's lovely. It kind of elevates the mood, and you can sort of think of yourself in some nice warm place somewhere enjoying. So I wouldn't go too much into it, but I did mention about Valentine's and why it's good to indulge in it. But one or two things I didn't say about it then was particularly I like it, or one of the reasons I like it more is because it's not really a religious festival. Okay, I know some people will go back to where it came from in St. Valentine's and such like, but these days it's more of a sort of loving or more of an extra expression of love to your significant other. So I feel like even people that wouldn't normally agree with each other still celebrate it, like, you know, people from different religions and different backgrounds. You know, it's a bit of fun for everyone, and I think we all need it. And I want to acknowledge here those people who have lost loved ones to significant or other, especially within the past year of this whole pandemic. You know, and for other reasons, just people who would have celebrated a lovely Valentine's with their partners last time and haven't this year. And it's just always good. Like, one of the things we do, I think particularly in Caribbean households, I'm not sure about other places, and you can let me know in the comments, but whenever we open a bottle, especially if we're going to celebrate something, we always pour a little bit on the ground to our departed friends, or friends not with us, friends and loved ones. And I guess a lot of people would be doing that a lot in recent times, so I always just like to remember you guys. However, I also want to talk about the sweet side of Valentine's and those people who still are with your loved ones, because there's nothing wrong with acknowledging those. You know, it is a happy time or a happy event. And to those who say, oh, you know, it shouldn't matter, you should be celebrating your loved ones all the time, that's true. But we all, or most of us, want to be able to give our partners very extra special things all of the time. But we can't always afford to buy new gifts or buy nice food, or, you know, do something extra. There's life and such like. So it's nice to have at least one time set aside where, if you haven't been able to as often, you go the extra mile. There's of course your birthday and such like, but you know, celebration of love, I think is good that there's a special time where we can all do a little bit extra. In COVID times, it's not always been possible, but my partner and I, we particularly did the M&S food for one, dining for two. Sorry, oh my gosh, dining for two. Under 20, nice and to your budget. And some of you would have done a Tesco's Finest. That's your extra. It's all right. These are all UK references. I understand. I suppose in the States it would be like if Publix was having a special area, or your even your Walmart, which would be Asda in the UK. Supercenter or Massey in Barbados, I can speak of. They probably had a special section where you get a nice 3-course meal and a drink for a nice price. Whatever it is, it's just to say it's good to acknowledge it if you're there, and if you have a partner, why not? And I know that this pandemic especially has for those who had issues within their relationship, it would have magnified it. I would say especially for young couples, I think, not young as an age, but who've not been together very long, and then suddenly you're forced to spend all of this time forcing you to integrate yourselves with each other, which is good if you have that time to do it step by step and see how you merge each other's feelings and opinions and outlooks together. And just to say, those of you who are managing to hold it together, I would acknowledge that and remember you guys, because it's not nothing, as I said, not for nothing. And also remember those of you who broken up over the course of all that's going on, because you can't help if you had some issues going on that you could have worked through, having to also go through all of this pandemic stuff kind of help. So remember you, and to those of you who as well enjoyed it and managed to spend time with your partners and all of that, we all have to live together and enjoy. So cheers to all of you. This is my particular mix of quirky drinks. It's a apple and elderflower juice with a dash of brandy in it. I don't think it has a name, but it works for me. It's refreshing and has a little bite, so cheers. So I think that would follow on from my my statement about trying to celebrate where you can, what you can, big and small achievements. And I'm aware that there are a lot of things I mention and then say that I'm going to come back to. One of which I did remember, I did check on what Wikipedia had to say about the origins of the statement to knock on wood. I would go into it here because I'll have to, it'll mess up my flow, but I'll read the first part. It goes, knocking on wood, also touch wood. The usual phrase or action for speakers of British English is an apotropic tradition of literally touching, tapping, or knocking on wood, or merely stating that one is doing so or intending to do so in order to avoid tempting fate after making a favorable prediction or boast or a declaration concerning one's own death or another unfavorable situation. So it's nice to see it all laid out like that, although now another time I'll check out what apotropic means. I'm not even going to do that now. It does also go on to talk about the origins, and generally it says it has to do with either knocking on trees from way back in the day, deep European origins, where they believe fairies or demons or spirits and such like lived in trees, and you'd either be knocking to ask for help from the fairies or knocking to distract the evil spirits from doing you something. But let's not get carried away with that. I know even like for Christmas people always go, oh, it's a pagan festival and such like, but there are a lot of things that we do now that derive from traditions that we don't subscribe to now. So our lights at Christmas or gifts at Valentine's, it's like, if you're not doing it to glorify some Asian tradition that you don't like, then it's fine. You're doing it because of your current reason to do it. And if you consider yourself a current witch or Wiccan or wizard or pagan, either way, that's fine. No judgment here, let everybody live there. So another reason I guess I wanted to put this out, aside from possibly having a small case, a case of minor OCD, I think, and wanted to have my weeks is I want this vlog to have an element of the week that was. So where I just highlight some of the things that caught my eye. I haven't done any sort of in-depth look around, but generally the world is still trying to cope with its new norm, and where we're all gonna land, and this vaccines roll out for the countries that have them, and how it's going to be distributed to countries that don't, and how we're all going to interact going forward, because definitely things have changed. But one of the kind of lighter things that I saw was that in Barbados there was an occurrence of these jellyfish being washed on the shore. I think they call them man o' wars. They're pretty. They could be deadly, the real big ones, things a small child or something. But from my understanding of what little I've seen, if you get a sting from them, it could knock you for 6, as we say. But they're just so pretty to look at, And isn't that the way, sometimes the things that are pretty can give you a real bite. I mentioned the OCD things. I don't want to offend anyone that has any the proper stuff where you need to shower like 6 times before you can leave your house or something like that, or scrub yourself for hours. Mine is more in the case of I like symmetry, so if I see like curtains and one has his hook on or one doesn't, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. I go and hook it up, not crazy, but just a small urge. Or I do like my spices in the cupboard facing forward. I will not make like I'm some big cook, If there's a black and red pepper and salt, that's all I use, But I do like some measure of tidiness in things. So it's not a long one. I'm sure I've forgotten half the things I was going to say, because I thought I don't need to write them down because I'm doing it right away. But that's how it goes. So enjoy your week. Take care. For those in the UK, school is starting again tomorrow, which is Monday the 22nd. Most of us going to be doing the remote learning with our kids and teachers. You're giving us more and more stuff to do as parents, I've got to tell you. But we do what we can for our kids, don't we? So to all those parents trying to learn those partition puzzles and trying to figure out exactly what the teacher is trying to teach them, I salute you as well. Go enjoy the rest of your weekend. Work starts tomorrow. And to the rest of you, take care, keep smiling, and I will hopefully talk to you again next weekend. Okay, take care. Bye. Keep smiling.